Happy Friday and welcome to episode number 128 of the weekly recap. Today we have special edition with special guests, Maurice and Jonah, and our regular Safia. Not their first time on this show. We also have a special topic, the hackathon. They are organizing in September, but all that a bit later. We are going to talk all details in a bit. But I'm sure most of our community members already know Jonah and Maurice, but I would still like them to introduce themselves just for the new people in the community or for the people that didn't have the chance to meet them. So would you let us know some things about yourselves?
Sure. Well, hello, my name is Maurice, and you've seen me before, probably. I'm a sysadmin from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and I am a Veeam Vanguard, Veeam Legend, Veeam VOG Netherlands leader, and a special thematic group automation desk leader as well. Other than that, I am also maintaining a lot of chocolatey packages. For example, the Veeam chocolatey packages and the box starter scripts around those packages as well.
Yeah, and we usually have like a chocolatey month, right?
Yeah.
Every year. So looking forward for that this year. So thank you, Maurice. Jonah, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I am Jonah. If you have not met me before or didn't see me a couple weeks ago on a recap with Rick, I am a product architect for one of Veeam's partners and also a Vanguard, as well as a Veeam certified architect. So my resume is not quite as extensive as Maurice, at least
not yet.
On the Veeam's, at least on the, not yet, at least on the Veeam side. I do spend a lot of time outside of work as a scout leader and volunteer. So that tends to eat up quite a bit of my hobby time.
That's great. Thank you very much, Jonah. And I'm pretty sure you are getting there. So yeah, thank you guys. Should we move forward then and just start with the first article that we prepared for today? What do you think?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, great. Then I suggest going through Deep's article that was published in the cybersecurity space. Let's mention that Deeps is actually one of our leaders at cybersecurity space, and this is actually a great series, the Security Fridays. As he mentioned, he kind of neglected a bit in the past few Fridays because he kept on being busy with work and a few personal things, but this is actually a great post and I'm looking forward to discuss it with you guys. Here he's basically discussing external cyber threats, and he specifically says that it is important to look at certain elements in order to manage and mitigate risks, right? So some of the things that he mentions are like, as we can see, network infrastructure, Internet of Things, devices, of course, third-party integration, and few other things. But what I would like to hear your opinion on that, both Jonah and Maurice.
I guess I'll start off this one. I like the article, a lot of good information, and I think he formatted it very well, as evidenced by I kept reading the article going, okay, good, kind of starting to go, where's social engineering? You know, you always hear social engineering's the big one, and then finally you get to the bottom of his list, and there it is right there to keep you reading. Yeah. I also did see something he mentioned that I just wanted to expand upon a little bit. He mentions towards the end about making sure your Veeam components aren't publicly accessible. But, you know, something else a lot of people, at least I work with, don't seem to consider is also just kind of keeping their components off the same hardware as their production systems. Like they do Veeam VMs and put it in their production vCenter on the same hosts, or they domain join the stuff so it's single sign-on. But of course, then if you're social engineered and an account gets penetrated, your on-prem Veeam gets wiped out also.
Yeah, and what I did, he mentioned Shodan in this post. I recently did a search on Shodan on Veeam related things, and I found 1,500 systems exposing something that contains the word Veeam. I've seen machines with Microsoft 365 RDP opened on the internet, public. So if you have social engineering and you are able to get credentials for those Microsoft 365 machines or their Active Directory, you can easily access their email data and delete their backups or anything with that. I've seen SQL servers directly connected to the internet and whatnot. It Shodan gives you a lot of insight on your own network, but also shows hackers an attack vector of your network without having to do a scan on their own. So if you're a sysadmin, check that website to see if your network is exposed somewhere in that list.
If you're wanting
Yeah.
a self-hosted tool, Nmap is pretty good too, typically, at least for checking open ports.
Yeah, totally. These are all great points in there, guys. Thank you for that. And I would also invite our community to let us know about their experiences and if they have anything else to add on top of this discussion. So all in all, great article, Dips. Thank you for that. And let's move forward to the next
I do
one.
want to add one
sure.
small thing to this. People often forget that one of the attack factors is actually inside your employee that's in your company who has beef with your CEO or maybe a coworker or whatnot can do really horrible things as well. Make sure that you don't give everybody just admin rights. Give them rights that they need to have and not everything. Don't give them access to the whole vault, only one section of the vault.
Yeah, this is a great point, Maurice, and I think Veeam is doing a good job with that. Am I right, Safia?
Yeah, I don't have access to everything, and I shouldn't.
Yeah,
That's good.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move forward with another great article from Jeff this time in the Kubernetes Corner. Everyone knows Jeff is our leader at the Kubernetes Corner. Today he's writing, it's more like a demo in here. So he's showing us how K10 integrates with Prometheus, which is basically an open source systems monitoring and alerting toolkit originally built as at SoundCloud. And this way, K10 basically enables centralized monitoring of all its activity. And yeah, Jeff is saying I'm just playing around with this and just give us a simple demo and show us how to install it, how to use this integration. But what do you guys think about it? Have you tried it? Any of you into the Kasten K10 yet?
No, Kasten is still, or K10 or even Kubernetes is still something that I need to take time into to investigate. But like a lot of admins and a lot of people around the world, if you don't have a use case directly for it, you're not really jumping into a matter without the need to do so.
Yeah, I actually remember that we had this conversation, Maurice, when I was last 2 weeks ago in Amsterdam. We actually had that conversation about Kubernetes, and yeah, that's a great point in there.
I still very intrigued to find out and play around with it. I did a sneak peek back when I think it was 5.0 or something that was just released, but it got forgotten and time and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any opinion on the demo that he's putting together in here? For
what it looks great, and it gives a lot of information on the things that are happening on the platform and on your Kubernetes environment or K10 environment. So yeah, I think it can be really useful for people to find out what's going on and whatnot.
Yeah, Jonah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a similar boat as Maurice. I've used Kasten a little bit just because about 6 months ago, I was offered a 2-day training course on using it, almost kind of like a VMCE Lite, but for Kasten. I'm more familiar with Prometheus, and it is really nice to see Kasten using something like Prometheus, because not only is it a great tool itself, but it's got a lot of out-of-the-box support or easy to configure settings for external monitoring and dashboards, Grafana being one of those. I know some Veemers are big on Grafana. And if I remember correctly, Prometheus and Grafana, it's just a couple button clicks in a service, and you're interconnected between the two to create your dashboards as you wish.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, great. Thank you for your inputs in here. Hopefully in the future, you're going to have more use cases and more time to dedicate to Kubernetes and Kasten K10, and let us know your opinion. But yeah, if anyone in the community has any strong opinion on this demo, if they find it useful, let us know, comment above. And yeah, this is actually good. Thank you, Safia, for sharing it with us. This is the page, kasten.io, where you can find all the information about installation, the integration, and this is really valuable information. Anyone that's interested in doing more with it, just visit our page, and you can get all the information from there. Moving forward to something that I know you both, all of us actually, are excited about it.
Yeah, really
And
excited.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's the hackathon. As we can see, Ben shared with us an article talking about the event that is going to take place in September. But like here, I know that you can give me more details, so I'm going to talk less and I'm going to let you do all the talk. Tell us when it's going to take place, and if you can just give us more details. What's the whole reason behind this hackathon? Why do you want to organize it?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want to thank Ben for sharing this inside the Australia and New Zealand user group. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, the hackathon is an event that we are going to organize on September 28th, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will run for 24 hours. That will mean that teams all over the world will work together on a complementary product on top of one of the Veeam products that we already have. And they can take shift. They don't need to be online for the full 24 hour if they don't want to. You can be online for a part of that 24 hour or the full 24 hour if you want. That's totally up to you. And yeah, like Ben is already mentioning here, there is no requirement for you to know how to code. There are other disciplines that are needed within a team to create a complementary product.
You don't even necessarily need a ton of knowledge on the Veeam product itself. I know I've passed it along to a couple of friends in other companies who are kind of wanting to get more technical. They're doing some IT, but they're wanting to kind of go into a deeper dive. So I was like, hey, this could probably be a good event for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell us a bit about the reason why you wanted to have this hackathon, because I know we had this conversation, but I would like the community, to be aware as well of that.
Well, one of the things is that we want to bring the world together, and by creating teams from basically all over the world working together in a team would make that goal achieved. And down the line, I really hope that the teams are able to learn something about the Veeam APIs. The every product has an API, and a lot of people don't even know that it's there on how to access it. Jorge did a really great job a couple of months ago with the presentation on the automation desk with the Grafana dashboards. But yeah, it's a stepping stone, hopefully, for people to start working with set APIs, because they are there. They are really powerful. You can do a lot of things automated within Veeam without the need to click all over the place in the application. Anything to add on that, Jonah?
Just kind of the human side of it. It's you touched on it a little bit, but it's a great opportunity to get to know people from across the world. I mean, I, as a Vanguard, have had great opportunities to meet a ton of wonderful people, including all of you on this call, courtesy of the program. And I hope the hackathon gives that opportunity for people who maybe aren't in any of the Veeam 100 programs.
Yeah, this is a great point, Jonah. I think it brings the community together as well, right? And brings maybe new people to the community. So I think this is a really valid point, as well as whatever Maurice mentioned. And what would be like the target? You said you don't need to code, you don't need to be a programmer. What would be the position that we are targeting? Do we need like a lot of technical background? Do we need like, what do you think?
Well, short answer, it depends. Longer answer, yes, we do need coders in the team because you need to build something to present to the judges in the end for getting in the leaderboard and even get a chance to winning prizes. Spoiler alert, we don't share that details yet, but they will be shared later on. But yeah, you need to do something with coding, but there also needs to be a pitch for the judges to pitch your idea, the things that you created to the judges and make them wanting to use your product, or wanting to say, okay, this product is the best product for this hackathon.
Right. So maybe you're in marketing, so you develop the presentation. Maybe you're in product management, so you help perform market research and basically provide evidence of why there's a gap in the market that your product helps fill. Or maybe you're a manager or a team leader, and your job for the team is to organize everyone, assign their roles, make sure touch points are happening, especially as you transition your time zones.
Or your graphical designer. If
Good
you're a
point.
designer,
Yeah.
you can make really nice images for the presentation, or even images for the application itself. Or maybe you designed the how the application would look like. There are lots of disciplines that are needed in an agile development team, like in any agile development team that you might already be part of at your work. Basically, those same disciplines are needed inside that product, maybe even a DevOpser. It all depends on what your team will be creating in the end.
No, that's good, Maurice and Jonah, because I wanted to make sure we are clarifying that, because there are some people that might be out there and say like, oh, I'm not a programmer, I'm not a developer, I don't think I'm gonna fit in this hackathon, you know. So it's good that we are clarifying that, you know, it's just like, as you said, it depends, you know, on what you are doing, but obviously you're going to need a programmer in your team.
Obviously.
But, yeah. Okay.
It's hackathon. It's hackathon, not in the like Hollywood, I'm a hacker with my matrix screen and sunglasses hacking the mainframe, but more of a hack something together.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
That's one of the things that we created in the FAQs, like you can see here, is what is a hackathon. But because people, for example, have the wrong idea, usually, what is a hackathon? Like Jonah says, it's the matrix people bouncing on the keyboard, creating things and whatnot. That's not hacking. Like the second alinea here, the goal of a hackathon is to create a functioning software or hardware, in this case software, by the end of the event. Hackathons tend to have a specific focus, which can include programming language use, the operating system or an application, an API, or the subject of the demographic group of the programmers. Which is a direct quote from Wikipedia. I didn't write this. This is a direct quote from Wikipedia. The link is in the description as well. But the idea is to use the APIs of a Veeam product. It's not Veeam Backup or application. It's not Veeam Backup for Micro 365. It's not anything specific. If your team wants to use Micro 365 or even Veeam Backup for oh my goodness, I forgot the name. Veeam backup for Salesforce. I wanted to say SharePoint.
How about custom? Can we use custom?
Sure.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
limited to, because custom is part of Veeam. It's not just Veeam backup or application. It's all
Just
the products.
asking, just to make sure
Yeah.
we are
And it
also
doesn't even need to
clarifying of
be.
that.
So
It doesn't
Jeff
even
can join as
necessarily need
well.
to be just Veeam. Like
Mhm.
Jorge does his Grafana dashboards. Maybe there's a dashboard he hasn't created that's useful, or a
Yeah.
series of them, and maybe you integrate a Veeam product with Grafana and create those dashboards.
Maybe you have a great idea for extending the Veeam agent that's running on your local machine, that's doing the daily backup on your laptop. Maybe you have a great idea for you to run a script or do something on your computer before things happen, or want to do something with monitoring in general. There are a lot of possibilities that you can create an additional product on top of one of the Veeam products.
Yeah, it sounds very flexible. So I think everyone would be welcome to join it. So now that everyone knows, there's no reason for them to not go to the page and register. By the way, where are we gonna register?
Yeah, if you go up on the website veeamhackathon.com, you can see there is a sign up page directly in the menu bar there, and it's a form that with 3 pages. Sorry, it's a lot of information. That we asking questions from you to see how we can fit you into a team.
Okay. So is it like, if I want to be part of a certain team, would I just mention it in here, or what
Yeah,
should I do? Should I come to one of you and mention it,
best
or
way,
how does that work?
Yeah, the best way to mention that is there is a notes field on the last page. You can write down a note, and if you say I want to be in a team with this and this person, we can try and see if we can manage that. Or we want to be a team with this, and this person. We can try if we can get those people together. But no guarantees, but we will try. If the team is already full, or we don't have enough people in another team, we might need to split teams up. But we will try for sure.
Okay, that's really good to know. Is
And if you
there a
have any
deadline?
questions, yeah, there
Yes,
is a deadline. Well, we are going to close signups. Currently, if that's one of the questions in the FAQ, on the end of August. So
Okay.
on
Is it
August
the last
30,
day of August?
yeah,
Is that
August 31st. Yeah.
USA time, Eastern Coast time? Is that what people should know, right?
We haven't set a direct time, but we are going to close signups on the end of that day. So probably that will be Central European time, because I need to close the sign up. And most likely it will mean that I will do that somewhere on September 1st.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, people have enough time from now to then to register and ask their questions, and like, see if it's something that they would like to participate in or not. So plenty of time, of a month and a half.
And if your question is not on the list, please contact us in the Discord. That's one of the platforms that we are going to use. Excuse me. You can click there on the Discord exactly, or you can send an email. The email address is inside the question, within the answer section.
What platform are we gonna use for this? How this is going to take place?
Well, for starters, we are doing the communication with the teams within Discord. Each team will get a private set of channels and voice channels for their communication. It's only visible by the organizers and the team itself. It will not be visible by any other team. And all the code will be hosted on GitHub, on the Veeam Community GitHub that we created. There's a link on the right side of this page as well to the Veeam Community Veeam Community GitHub. And each team
We'll
will
also
get a
have
private repository during the event.
We'll also have some public channels on the Discord, especially for
Yeah.
during the event and leading up to it, with in part some subject matter experts for some of the Veeam products. So maybe an expert on Veeam backup for Microsoft 365. So let's say you're trying to do something, but it's not working right, or you're not super familiar with the product, then you can reach out to those SMEs on the Discord and they can try to help you out a little bit or point you in the right direction.
Okay, that's great to know. And yeah, I wanted to ask you about the prices. I know there are prices involved, but obviously you are not going to talk about it yet, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other things that we should cover that you would like our community to know about when it comes to the hackathon?
Well,
Safia, any other questions maybe you have as well?
Will you guys be sharing some updates on the automation desk? I know.
I'm not sure on the automation desk, but there is
Okay.
a massive banner there saying with the event details
Yeah.
that Safia created. Thank you very much, Safia. And that leads you to all the links that we discussed before. The participant sign-up form is the direct form, not the inline form, but it works the same data, same form. So feel free to fill in the form and reach out if you have any questions.
Nice.
And please sign up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah,
we'll
we
s-
are
And then we'll see you in
welcoming
September.
everyone. Yeah, we are welcoming
Yes.
everyone to sign up for the hackathon. This is the first annual hackathon that we are planning, hopefully, to have it next year and years to come. So yeah, just if you feel like this is an event that you can learn from, you can meet people, like anything that you think it could bring some value to you, because it is about that, right? After all, it's about bringing value to you as a person.
But
So
also
if
to the
you,
community.
yes, exactly. So if you feel like you want to participate in, just go and register on this page, on the pages that we presented before. Or if you have questions, just go to Jonah, Maurice, and they're going to be happy to assist with that.
Preferably on the Discord.
Yes, on the Discord
Join
as
the
well.
Discord.
Yes. Moving forward with our special department news, Safia. I know we have an article that I actually put together that you are going to talk about. So let's go for it.
Yes. So July 28th marks Sysadmin Day. The 28th is a special day for this episode, I guess. We have the hackathon on the 28th and Sysadmin Day on July 28th. And we're celebrating on the community with a few initiatives. The first being a special blog of the month. So this month, we're dedicating the blog of the month to sysadmin stories. So if you have an interesting story to tell with the community about maybe saving the day or you facing a challenge, let us know. And on the 24th, we will select 6 stories and create a poll, similar to how we do every other blog of the month. But this time, you will get a special badge. We're currently creating with the creative team, which I'm excited about, for Sysadmin Day, as well as the regular Blogger of the Month badge and a $150 gift card. So pretty big for the Blog of the Month this month. It's a special one. And for the community recap, rather than a recorded one like we're doing now, this one will be live and it'll be Rick, Madalena, and 2 special guests. I don't know if you want to spoil that now or they'll just be announced.
We are not going to spoil that.
Okay. You'll find out live on the 28th, and as well as a little game that Maddie and I have been working on in the past few weeks. A big thank you to Shane, Joe, and Rick for helping us out with that. That will also kind of be a little bit of a surprise that we'll be posting closer to Sysadmin Day. So a lot of fun initiatives that we have planned for this special day.
Yeah, absolutely. And also we would like to thank to some of the people in the marketing team that are supporting this cause as well. And I want to ask Jonah and Maurice, what's their opinion? Are they going to participate in this, or what do you think about the Sysadmin Day?
Well, great initiative.
Yes.
Wow.
I do I do like that blog of the month is thematic. I think that opens up some interesting opportunities for the future, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's
Easy.
a correct guess in there. So yeah, we can use it in so many ways, that blog of the month, right? So I think that's the fun part. And I'm actually looking forward for that game. I know that's a lot of effort in there for that game, but I think that's going to be super fun for our community members. But I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, it's in the works for the creative team. So big
Yes.
thank you to the creative team who's helping out with that.
Absolutely. So thank you for that, Safia. And now let's not forget about who's new.
I'm really looking forward to reading the stories around these subjects.
Yes, you know, the good part is like, before we go into who's new, the good part is that we are going to select some of those stories and talk about it in the live stream as well. And I'm really looking forward to see, like, because obviously it's going to be a live stream. People are going to talk about, people are going to comment. So I'm really looking forward to hear on you know, like, on the people that are going to be invited, the two community members that are going to be invited, what is their opinion on that stories, but also like the people that are going to watch the live stream. So it's going to be fun and interesting. So please go ahead and just participate in this. It's just it's good, and you can win something as well. You know, like it's
really nice.
A cool badge and the prize. And what else, Sophia? Also like a mention and also another badge, because you also get like the standard badge, blogger of the month. So moving forward to who's new then.
Yeah.
Yes, let me share it on the screen. So this week we have gained 60 members. So welcome all of those of you to the Community Hub. Any fun nicknames stick out to you? Usernames, I should say, not nicknames. Jonah and Maurice.
Joey?
Joey?
Dragon Phoenix.
Dragon Phoenix, okay.
Yadar?
Anything?
YDAR? Yadar? Something like that?
YDAR, okay.
Looks really funny.
Well, you know what? I cannot look at any other name because I can see Eric, our MVP. He's new to the community. I didn't know that. I didn't know
he join
was
the community
not part of the community.
Nice.
And I just see it there, and I cannot look at other names, but I'm pretty
Welcome,
sure
Eric.
there are so many. The Mad one. Look at that one. That's
the
cool.
Mad one. That was a cool one. That's also a Veeam employee.
Oh,
I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I remember they had a Veeam email. So
Nice.
welcome to you all.
Welcome all of you. Yes, welcome.
And for the coolest users of the week, we have Ghost Cyclist, Big Apple 23, Slackhouse, and the Mad One.
Hey, nice. Like it. And let's see, what's Alfred's pick?
Dragon
Phoenix.
Dragon Phoenix.
Really nice.
You nailed
welcome
it.
all of you to the community, and congratulations to Dragon Phoenix for being Alfred's pick of the week.
That's great. Welcome everyone to our Veeam community. It's great that we have like every week at least 60 people joining the community. This means we are doing some good things in there. So thank you all. And yeah, hopefully you're gonna find this community engaging, and you know, I'm pretty sure if you have any questions or anything where you need some help, people are going to jump in to assist you with that. So yeah, but I just wanted to thank you all for taking the time to be with us today.
You're welcome.
And for presenting the hackathon, giving us more details on that. It's great. Now I think everyone has enough information and they can make their decision if they want to join it or not. And I'm really looking forward to the hackathon in September. I'm pretty sure all of you as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
I know you put a lot of work in that, so yeah, it's gonna be great. So yeah, just once again, just want to invite everyone to join, to register for the hackathon. If they have more questions, you can always comment on this recap. I'm pretty sure both Jonah and Maurice are going to answer. If not, just use Discord. And yeah, I don't know, guys, do you want to add anything else just before we go?
No, not right now.
I don't
Not
think
right
so.
now? Okay, then thank you again and wish you all a happy weekend and see you next week.
See you on the September 28th.